The stupidest people in our country work for Donald Trump, which is no surprise considering he is the stupidest president in American history. But why does he want to surround himself with these idiots? Well, the reason is they're shameless liars. They are always willing to defend whatever action he takes, whatever statement he slurs his way through. But when it comes to the Epstein files, they can't defend him. Not because they're unwilling to. We've seen Meghan R. Kelly go as far as to say it's fine to hang out with 15-year-olds, but whenever they try to defend Donald Trump, they only bring more attention to his biggest scandal, and that is what Carolyn Leavitt accidentally just did, leaking Epstein evidence that is blowing up in Trump's face that we are going to get into. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into what Leavitt shared, leaking Epstein evidence, again, blowing up in Donald Trump's face, I want to start with the evidence that he's really worried coming out. The interview that was completely fabricated between Ghislaine Maxwell and Todd Blanche. Jamie Raskin broke it down.
Well, that's right. All these emails, of course, completely debunk and discredit what Ghislaine Maxwell told Todd Blanche when he went over and engaged in that sweetheart interview with her. Now, his defense to this, we didn't have all of the emails from the Epstein estate. First of all, I find that almost impossible to believe. If you look at the index of what was seized by the FBI, and includes 40 computers from Jeffrey Epstein, 26 storage drives, for a total of I think it's more than 300 gigabytes of material. So the idea that his emails weren't in there is ridiculous. And of course, they probably didn't look. If they were in there, they never looked for them, because the very first thing they did when they took over the Department of Justice was they summoned all of the prosecutors' materials that had been assembled over the years, and they declared the case over. They shut it down before they looked at anything. But let's assume that he knew what he was talking about and he was telling the truth, that they were not in there. Obviously, the thing to do now is to say, okay, we're going to have a second round of interviews with the witness here, with Ghislaine Maxwell, now that we have all of these emails that completely debunk and undermine what it was she was saying. But they're not going to make any movement in that direction, of course, because they just want the whole thing to go away. And all of it invites the question, in what capacity has he been acting? Is it as Donald Trump's personal criminal defense lawyer, or is it as the Deputy Attorney General of the United States who's interested in protecting